Good morning, everybody. It is Jenn and Kanata. It is January 29th, 28th, Tuesday. I think so. Hey, Google, what's today's date? It's being slow.
It is Tuesday, the 28th of January,
28th.
2020.
Couldn't remember. And Abby and I had some roasted red pepper hummus that was in the fridge and some pita. And now I put I was trying to put some stuff that was in my fridge to cook it up, um, so that I can put it back in my fridge to have some stuff ready, that's already cooked. So I took out breakfast sausages and a package of chicken thighs. All I did with the chicken thighs was put Old Bay seasoning, but the sausages are ready now. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm just going to get them to come cool, and then put them in the fridge or freezer, so I don't have to cook them. So it'd be easy breakfast. Just throw that, have hash browns, eggs, throw in, easy breakfast. So there, I just cook them in the oven. And there's the chicken. It's not quite ready yet. So I am just going to take out the sausages to put in a bowl to cool down. So these were the breakfast sausages I got on my last grocery haul. I paid $2 for, there were packages of two of them for $4 with $2 off, so I paid $4 for all these. And I'm just going to let them cool. We might have some of this as well. But a while ago, I got in my grocery haul from T&T with this natto, which is a fermented bean thing that people in Japan tend to eat with breakfast on rice. I'm going to go and have a small bowl of rice, and mix that together. So I just took some rice and I heated it up in a little bowl. And this is the natto. This is the packaging. So it cost me $2.99. It comes with 3 of these, so they're like $1 each, which I think is reasonable. It's a serving suggestion to have on rice. There's not any instructions on how to cook it. It just says to keep frozen, keep refrigerated. Once it's defrosted, use within 6 days. So it doesn't say to heat it up or anything, so I'm not. So apparently it comes like this with a lid, and then there is a soy sauce. Looks like a light soy sauce, and then this is supposedly like a mustard packet, but that's the stuff. It's covered with a plastic wrap, and it's sticky. I thought this looked intriguing as something different to try, and it's also vegan, apparently, or yeah, vegan and vegetarian. So it's an acquired taste, but supposedly has a lot of good like probiotics or stuff like that, whatever is in fermented food. So you open this up. There. Nice fish sauce. Not fish sauce. Soy sauce is very light. The tiniest. Oh, it's a spicy mustard. Oh, yum. Okay, I love that mustard. And then you take chopsticks and you stir it around. So I've never had this before. And see, it makes this. It smells like smells like soy sauce. The soy sauce is fermented soya beans in a sauce or juiced or whatever. Let's see. It's very stringy. It is odd. I do like it weirdly though, because it's odd. It has this very much a umami, like soya sauce, and I'll mix it with the rice. Now, I do like that hot mustard. You think it's sweet because it's like stringy from syrup. But I don't. It's not. And because see how much sugar? There's only 1 gram of sugar. I got mustard on my hand. It's 160 calories, 7 grams of fat. Has lots of iron. Has 15% of your iron. So it's soybeans, water, seasoning packet. And so what's in there? Has water, bonito fish extract, soy sauce, syrup, high glucose syrup, salt. That's in the seasoning packet. And then soy sauce and distilled vinegar. And then the mustard base was water, mustard, salt. And that's it. So I don't know how to make this. It is interesting. Mix it with rice, supposedly. Let that stir. And then eat it with the rice. Intriguing. It is quite yummy and weird at the same time. If you're adventurous like I am, I say go try it. Or if you ever happen to go to Japan or whatever, you might be served this with your breakfast. This intrigued me when I was looking at videos of breakfasts around the world and how only really in North America do we eat like bacon and eggs and potatoes for breakfast, or cereal, like sugary cereal with milk as a typical breakfast, while everywhere else, um, for breakfast, their breakfasts and their lunch and their suppers don't really look much different. In most of the Asian countries, the breakfast includes a bowl of rice, some grilled meat or fish, a bowl of a clear broth like miso soup or other type of broth, sometimes with vegetables and meat in it, but usually if there's going to be vegetables, maybe noodles in it, and there might be grilled vegetables. Like there's not fruit, so like in North America, you're always getting fruit and cereal, like all starchy, heavy, fatty, heavy, meat laden things. Like usually, if there's a piece of meat, it's about the size of these 2 chopsticks. But this is quite good. It's odd, but I could see it. You can get your iron, 15% of your iron, in this tiny container. But I guess that would be for any type of soybean, fermented or not. But I think the fermentation also helps break down the bean into different things and helps with your gut and gastro stuff. But You think it's sweet, but it's not sweet. I would love to travel to Japan and China and all the Asian countries someday. It's on my bucket list. Not necessarily right now with that virus that's going on, but when it's not going on. So, well, thanks for watching. I'm going to go have this, and I'll bring you back when I grab something else to eat. Here's some breakfast sausages we're going to have. So there is the chicken I cooked up. There's, I think, 7 pieces in there. I'm going to put that in the fridge. And I'm going to have one for myself for lunch. Plus whatever little fixings I continue to prepare for future meals. So this is the little thinly sliced steak. So they're like a 1/4 inch thick. There's, I think, 8 of them. I decided to marinate them in that black pepper sauce, the Vietnamese black pepper sauce I've done before. Here, I'll show it to you. Take it out of my fridge. This stuff, a spoonful of that, soy sauce, some sesame sauce, some fish sauce, some lime packets with a little bit of water. So if you have fresh lime juice or in the bottle lime juice, use that. And I also used a little bit, sounds weird, balsamic dressing, because I have it, right? So the balsamic gives a bit of vinegar, but also has the oil too, which is really good for marinating. So this has been marinating all morning. It's now noon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly pan fry these up and then put them in a Ziploc bag in the fridge for a quick steak sandwich, or steak, cut it up and put it on a rice bowl, or whatever my family wants to use it for. There is the cooked steak. I'm just going to put that in a Ziploc bag. I took the rest of the marinade and I'm going to put that in the freezer, just to marinate more beef next time, because this is really tasty. So I don't want to waste that. So that's just going to go in the freezer, and that's going to go in the fridge. Hey everybody, I just made a plate of deli meat and brie cheese and the tzatziki and crackers for Abby to eat with her friend. I'm going to have an orange that I got free. So, and then I'm just going to start prepping the ham and the Asian coleslaw for supper tonight. Hey everybody, I'm now getting stuff ready for supper. Since the ham is already pre-cooked, it's one of those spiral hams from Costco. It really does not take a lot to cook. It takes half an hour, because all you really need is to heat it up. I like to get a nice crispy skin on it. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I made an Asian salad. So this is some Napa cabbage, romaine lettuce, cucumber sliced, and shredded carrots. And I'm going to use the honey maple glaze that came with the ham. And there's the ham. Now, a trick I learned with the spiral hams to make it easier to come off the bone is I took a knife and I cut all the way around the bone. So when it's time to serve, it's the slices are just going to fall off pretty much. So it's easier to do. And then afterwards, it's easier to clean up. So there's the maple glaze. It was like basically sugar, honey powder. I added mustard to it because if it didn't come with a glaze, I would put brown sugar and mustard and mix it up. Maybe Dijon. Today I just used yellow mustard. And then I'm just going to pour this over the ham so that it's all over everything on all sides. Make sure it doesn't go over the other side. Yeah, I wasn't sure how far close to the edge it was, but just pour. Now I'm just going to get a little bit of water in here to put at the bottom of the pan. So I just put a bit of water to get the last bit of this out, and then just pour that along the bottom of the roast. Now I'm going to put that in the oven at 375 for half an hour, or until hubby gets home. In the meantime, I'm going to make some instant mashed potatoes, because I have those, and they are not awesome. They are not awful. They are great from Costco. My family loves them, and they're simple and easy to make. So I'm gonna do that with this. Look, beautiful, crispy bits. Cooked it for almost an hour, and it's wonderful. So now I'm just gonna carve that and give it some mashed potatoes and the Asian salad on the side. There are those mashed potatoes, perfectly creamy, and they're this brand, Harvest Earth. Get at Costco. I did 2 packages, so we hopefully will have leftovers. So here's the leftover ham. As you can see, only a little bit got used. That's going to be at least 1, 2, 3, at least 3 more meals, plus something with the ham bone. And there's still leftover mashed potatoes, as well as the beautiful juices and glaze, which I will use with the ham bone. I'll probably make it into a potato ham soup, or make it with beans, a bean soup. So, managed to get 5 huge Ziploc bags full of the medium size of the meat. So depending on what I plan to do with them, whether they're sandwiches or casseroles or baked mac and cheese, like one of these, I'm going to use the one with the more chopped up bits as Bahamian mac and cheese tomorrow, but I have 4 of those, 1 of mashed potatoes, and this has the ham bone. The bone actually bends like it's a knee, so there's still lots of meat in there and all those juices. So that's going to be for a soup or a bean dish. All of that is going into the freezer, except for this one's going to go in the fridge, and the mashed potatoes. So, yum. So that's at least 3 weeks, and this could be like 2 meals, depending on what I use it in. As well as there's 1 container of Asian salad. That'll either be my lunch tomorrow or somebody's lunch.